Hey guys, Taro here, joining for episode 16 of UniONE Season 1. This time, it's the Russian Grand Prix at Sochi. First time for the Russian Grand Prix. It's going to be an unknown. Once again, fast straight, sweeping corners. Shouldn't suit the Marussia. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So now, if you haven't watched the last race, now time to click off before I spoil the result for it. Okay, so with Rosberg winning last time out, obviously retaking the lead of the Drivers' Championship. So they finished down in 10th after a very up-close battle with Nico Hülkenberg, which I still feel that we should have finished in 9th place, but I can't do anything about it now. So now just drive to the airport, board the plane to Sochi. Try and get some more points over Toro Rosso and take 7th place in the Constructors. Now, time to head up to Sochi. Hopefully an action-packed race for the debut race for Russia. Time to take you through the qualifying report. On the inaugural running of the Russian Grand Prix, it'll be Lewis Hamilton to take pole by over 6 tenths from his teammate Nico Rosberg, and once again Felipe Massa rounded off the top 3. Vettel starts 4th for the race, and Raikkonen, in his one and only Russian Grand Prix, will start from 5th. Jenson Button outperformed his McLaren to line up 6th on the grid, just ahead of Alonso in 7th and Bottas in 8th. He'll be a 5th row lockout for the Force India of Hülkenberg and Perez as they complete the top 10. There's another poor showing for Magnussen in qualifying, as he could only manage 11th on the grid. And the same can be said for Daniel Ricciardo, who lines up 12th. Josh Chiro will start sandwiched between both the Toro Rossos, with Verne in 13th and Kvyat only managing 15th at his home Grand Prix. Hamilton may have had the pace in qualifying, but it's the race where the points are scored. Can he hold out and take the race win? Close the gap to Nico Rosberg in the championship? Let's find out. It's time for the Russian Grand Prix. Now to 5 red lights for the Russian Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go. Everyone also got away cleanly at the start. We've got yet another terrible start. Now we've got Gutierrez looking around the outside of us to go around to the kink, which is classed as turn 1, which I don't think should be classed as a corner, but anyway. That's a drag race coming down into turn 1. Gutierrez boxed in and actually dived up the inside of both of the Toro Rossos, and Verne actually starting on the medium tyres, the harder compound, so it's actually crucial that we got ahead of him there, as to not be held up. But now coming around turn 3 for the first time, just running out wide slightly due to the lack of downforce. Once we should show the nose, try and scare Ricciardo out the corner, but nothing comes out, with way too far behind. Now coming into turn 5, actually diving up the inside of Ricciardo, catching him napping there. You thought he'd be more aware of seeing me show the nose last corner. Still, that's us up into 12th place now, trying to chase down the McLaren of Kevin Magnussen. Try and get somewhere closer to the points, up to 11th. Now coming on to the start of lap 2. Closing in the slipstream on the McLaren. The McLaren just got the straight line speed on us, even with the slipstream, as Magnussen's getting the slipstream of the cars ahead as well. Now coming to actually close slightly on the brakes and close even more out on the exit. But now through turn 3, I should take a wider line deliberately, as to counteract the oversteer from the Marussia slightly. So we still take the wider line, we don't drift out as much mid-corner. Actually missed the apex slightly on turn 4. That's put Ricciardo right behind us now. Going through turn 5. Don't get the best of exits again either, now Ricciardo is right behind us. Magnussen slowly pulling away out in front of us, with one of the Force Indies right in front as well. As we hop over the curb slightly, we should gain a bit of time there Magnussen, but then we lose it straight away on the exit. Now we come down the back straight. Now what we need to do here is stay in the slipstream of Kevin Magnussen, try and keep ourselves ahead of the Red Bull's Daniel Ricciardo. And it looks like without DRS, Ricciardo isn't able to make a move with us down the straight, which is thankful means to get staying in 12th place for a bit longer. Braking for that corner is such an awkward thing to do, as Force India is battling out in front. Actually slow down Kevin Magnussen. Actually dive it up the inside of Kevin Magnussen now and take 11th position, do we? Yes we do, and Ricciardo actually follows us through behind to get a free overtake up into 12th position. Now on the back of the Force Indias, as Rosberg sets the fastest lap of the race, a 1 minute 41.7. Now come around the final corner and we set a lap time of a 1:44.4, so got the 44, got the blessed. Mercedes blessed powers now can that help us get us past the Force Indias in front as Hulkenberg, this DRS, and she looks to make a move back on his teammate Perez, but isn't quite close enough to make a move. And actually allows us to close right onto the back of Hulkenberg, and now coming down the back straight, just about in the DRS of Hulkenberg. Now we've got Magnussen and Ricciardo right behind us. Ricciardo showing the nose, looking to the inside, but we haven't covered there. Just got enough legs on the Red Bull to keep ahead for the time being. As now the Force Indians are going side by side under the little bridge. And actually Hulkenberg squeezes out Perez, and now that gets us alongside. We dive it up the inside of Perez. Up into 10th position, yes we do, and Ricciardo once again follows us through to make another free overtake to take 11th position. And now it's just right behind the Force India of Hulkenberg, but now Hulkenberg won't have DRS off anyone in front, so now can we try and make a move coming down the first straight? Actually a bit wide in the penultimate corner. Actually allows Hulkenberg to pull away slightly, and now puts Ricciardo right on the back of us. Now come down first corner, Ricciardo once again looking to the outside, trying to scare us into a mistake. Once again the slipstream and the DRS from Hulkenberg in front is just enough to keep us ahead of the Red Bull for a little bit longer. Going around turn 3, actually coming on a bit further into the lap now, we get a great run of Hulkenberg out of turn 5. Dive up the inside, and that's us up now into 9th position. And Hulkenberg actually goes a bit slow on the exit, gives a bit of breathing room for the time being. But you know, with the straight line speed of that Force India, Hulkenberg's going to be right back on us now. Now Ricciardo actually got past Hulkenberg, going to push off quite considerably, and now Ricciardo's looking to go round the outside of us, which will turn to the inside now. Coming into braking for this very awkward corner, Ricciardo actually cuts the corner to take our position. And doesn't like he's going to get it back, so that's Ricciardo now up into 9th position, which is motored back down to 10th. Anything about that? We run a bit wide through the first chicane. And Ricciardo's already pulling away from us. Let's come around to complete lap 5. Now around the final corner, we need a good exit here. And we got the best one they probably could. That's still not enough of Ricciardo, just pulling away now into the distance, in pursuit of Button and the Ferrari in front. The DRS not doing much to help us try and catch back up to the Red Bull. Close slightly towards the end of the straight, and now into turn 1 we close under braking, as Button and the Ferrari going side by side up in front. Looks like Button's actually come out the worst of those two. Now Ricciardo's right behind us, so he's actually put the engine down into lean. As we come into the pits now to make our one and only pit stop, just about get turned for the pit lane. Now it's coming to the pits to make our one and only pit stop onto the medium tyres, take us to the end of this race. Quite a conservative tyre strategy brought here by Pirelli, with the soft tyre and medium tyres. Tyre wear not really playing a factor, which is great for us because it can help us counteract slightly the lack of downforce on this Marussia. Now the pit stops, we actually come out ahead of Button, so Button's had a nightmare pit stop there. Come up behind us, and Hulkenberg's actually caught up slightly to Button in the pit stops as well. Don't know what happened to Button there. As we rejoin on the track, here comes our teammate Max Chilton. Are we going to get held up a bit in front of him? Are we going to come out in front? Yes, we are, just about. So we're not going to get held up this time, like the previous race back at Japan. Now coming on to lap 9, Button slowly is coming back at us now. So you're not carrying the pace over from the first stint. Now Button seems to find a bit more pace coming into this stint. Now he's coming up right behind us, right behind our radio diffuser. Now he's going to try to make a move, and not quite close enough to make a move yet. Now Raikkonen and Alonso going side by side up in front for 8th position. Raikkonen is one and only Russian Grand Prix. He's not backing down yet, despite announcing his retirement for the end of the season. So now coming around onto the back straight, Button's surely going to try and make a move on us here with DRS. We have got very little to defend with. So now here comes Button gaining slowly, looking to the outside, and now Raikkonen to take with his teammate. Tags the wall, Raikkonen's spinning. Raikkonen sideswiped his teammate Fernando Alonso. And they're both still in the race. Have they got damage? Surely they must have damage from that. Still, both the cars, thankfully, somehow still running. That's allowed me and Button to close right back up. Button actually got past us through all of that. So now, can we try and close on the Ferraris? Have they got damage? Or have they made the luckiest escape ever? Kept the positions and not forced have any damage either. I just run a bit wide through the final corner once again. Just think about that corner we're not able to get right all weekend long. Now look at the replay early on in the race of Nico Rosberg taking the lead from his teammate and not having much room to do it. Talking about actually, Rosberg nearly gets forced into the wall by his teammate Hamilton. But now Rosberg has the outside line, which then turns to the inside. And Hulkenberg takes the lead of the Russian Grand Prix. Now cutting on to the final lap of the Grand Prix, you've got Hulkenberg bearing down on us now. Obviously he's still got the last race fresh on our minds. We're not going to give up this 10th position without a fight. Hulkenberg actually outbrakes us, so we actually have to dive it back up the inside into turn 2 and get the position back for the time being. But now coming down the final straight, so we Hulkenberg's final chance surely to make an overtake if he's going to make one. Rosberg wins the race, but we've got to focus on defending from Nico Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg actually gets us. Hulkenberg actually got ahead of us there. Yeah, make a bit of contact with Hulkenberg. That's a bit of payback there for last race at Japan. We have to get it back round the outside of Hulkenberg, back up with 10th position, and demote Hulkenberg back to 11th and back outside a points paying position. Now, don't get the best entry and exit through the chicane there, but Hulkenberg's far too far behind trying to make a move. Now we need to get a final corner right, and we should be able to finish in 10th position. Around the final corner now. Missed the apex slightly, but Hulkenberg's nowhere near close enough to make a move. Indeed, we do finish in a second 10th place in a row, continuing our streak of scoring points in every race. Taking a look now at the race results, and after taking the lead on a final lap, Rosberg would take the win by just under half a second from his teammate Hamilton, and Bottas in third, 9 seconds behind after starting 8th. Good recovery for Bottas. Vettel finishes 4th and Massa down to 5th after starting 3rd. Ricciardo recovered up to 6th after starting 12th, and Raikkonen beat Alonso by half a second after almost taking him out a few laps before the end of the race. Button takes home some more points from McLaren in 9th, and we round off the points in 10th place, bring home another point for Marussia, getting us now to only 5 points behind Toro Rosso. Hulkenberg just missed out on points after battling with us on the final lap. Third in 12th, Magnussen and Paris very disappointing for them, 13th and 14th. And Kvyat couldn't make up any places from his starting grid in 15th. Gutierrez holds on to 16th, and Maldonado gets better of Grosjean this time out for 17th. With Kobayashi, Chilton, Ericsson and Sutil completing the 22 grid, and everyone actually finished this race. Taking a look now at the driver standings, and Rosberg now has a 19-point lead over his teammate Lewis Hamilton, with Bottas in 3rd, and he's now 6 points clear of Sebastian Vettel in 4th. And Massa now moves up to 5th, 1 point ahead of Alonso. He's now demoted down to 6th after being beaten by his teammate Kimi Raikkonen. Ricciardo remains in 7th but is slowly catching up to the top 6. Raikkonen remains in 8th and is now 18 points clear of Hulkenberg in 9th. Button finally getting some more points on the board, now to 49 points in 10th position. Perez remains on 36 points in 11th, and we round off the top 12 on 33 points. Moving on to the constructors table, and Mercedes now have a lead of 233 points over Williams in second, who has now 16 points clear of Red Bull. Point out the mistake I made on the last race, where Williams were actually 11 points clear of Red Bull and not 1 point clear. The Ferrari in 4th is falling further and further behind Red Bull and Williams. Force India in 5th on 108 points. McLaren 6th on 82 points, and now Toro Rosso only 5 points ahead of Marussia on 38 points to 33. Sauber remain on 7 points, Caterham remain on 1, and Lotus still yet to score their first points this season. So 10th place at the Russian Grand Prix. Gets Marussia a step closer to Toro Rosso in the constructors. And again, with the contact between the two Ferraris, don't really know what Raikkonen was thinking, trying to get past Alonso when Raikkonen is retiring at the end of the season and Alonso has more points in the Drivers' Championship. Going in both their races there could be a nasty accident. Thankfully it wasn't. It looked like they both got away with it. Remember, remember to like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment down below what you thought on the race, and as ever, I'll see you next time.